free solar powered water. I got free water coming out of the river. Woo! As much as I want, unlimited. That's going to be my pond. Good morning. All right. So I built a cabin and a tiny guest house and a little work area, open pole barn, and the perfect shed. Now what? Now I gotta take care of everything. Jan says I gotta fix it all and get it all tightened up before I can build another. It's a good thing I like staying busy. It's a good thing I like sharing the tips and the things I've learned through the years about fixing stuff and taking care of it. But also on this video, I figured out a way to get free water out of the creek. From here on out, after my small initial investment, free water. So stick around and you'll see what I've done. Screen door, I painted it last year, but the paint that was under what I painted has started peeling. So I'm gonna have to scrape this thing good, and then I'm gonna have to prime it with a bonding primer. And then I'll paint it again. Gotta try and get every little one of them. If you miss anything, it's gonna come back to bite you. Now I think I got it. I found some bonding primer, extreme adhesion bonding primer, no less. Let's get it. This old screen door has been used by a lot of people through the years, and it's got a lot of different paint on it. So this bonding primer is perfect, the perfect solution, because bonding primer is engineered to stick and be stuck to. So you do have to top coat over it though. It doesn't hold up good to moisture or UV, but it's perfect in between coats, like peanut butter in a sandwich. All right, I got one side of it primed, and of course it started raining, but I'm protected a little bit by the roof unless it starts blowing sideways. But here we go. We'll let that dry. I'll flip it over and carry on. Woo! All right, the rain stopped, the paint dried. I flipped the door and hit the other side. Getting it. Oh, George is going nuts over here by this wood pile. Figured I better look. Aha! Now I know why. Ha! A black rat snake. Oh man, I better take him to the edge of the property. Jan's not too fond of snakes. Sorry, buddy, you got to go. Here we go. A little bit of caulk to make the cracks go away. All right, that thing, I caulked all the little cracks and I'm ready to put the finish coat on it. Nothing to it. Simple little project. Well, love it. Good morning, good morning. Another awesome day in the mountains. It's not raining. It's absolutely perfect. Feels like about 70. Feels like about 70 with the sun shining. I love it. I did get a finish coat on one side of the door in between rain, and I'm gonna flip it over, catch the other side, and that rascal will be ready to hang back up. So I got my first coat on this blue door. Jan loves that color. I think it's pretty cool. These screens I made need painting. The railings need staining. I need another coat on this blue door. And ooh, that awning is filthy. Boardwalks need staining. Pollen needs cleaning. Oops, looks like I missed a spot when I was staining. I absolutely love building stuff, little sheds and buildings. I mean, I just love it. But you gotta take care of stuff. You gotta keep her going. When the blue jays make that sound, that means there's some kind of predator around. There it is, hawk. Did you see it? I barely caught everything else. I've got some dipper gourd seeds. I thought I'd see if I could get some of them to germinate. I'll just try them right in here. You don't have to look around too much to find a crack that needs caulking. There's always something that ain't quite finished. Variety is the spice of life, right? Most of these jobs are just little 5, 10, 15, 20-minute jobs. That makes it interesting. Staining is kind of enjoyable because it makes such a huge difference. I mean, you know, it only takes a couple of minutes and you just completely change what you're working on. I like that. It's kind of gratifying. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Watching this video makes me feel like the bionic painter. Yep, little by little I'm making progress. It's not so bad. The key to staining when you have a lot to do is enjoy it. Don't rush it, just enjoy it. Stop and start when you want to. If you get in a big hurry, you won't have very much fun. So a while back, I tried something I seen on the internet about siphoning water out of the creek uphill, and I just don't have time to mess with it. So I bought a solar water pump. I'm gonna try that. Okay, this wire here goes to the solar panel, and it was easy. It's marked positive and negative, so there's that. And then this wire here is to the pump. It says that if the light A is on, solar panel's working, it's on. If B is on, the battery has completed charging, it's on. And if I turn this switch on, it should be powering the load. So I got my wire and my hose going down. I'll double check it. sure it's underwater. Yep. So it's underwater, good. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. All right. Got my water hose connected. Let's see what we got. Okay, solar panel. All right, all 3 lights are on. That means powering the load. And I come over here. Oh, George found it already. That's creek water, boy. So there it is. I can have a pond. Woo! I'm gonna have a pond. If the power goes out, I'll have water for the garden. I'll have water for plants. I could boil it and clean it. I'll have water for flushing the commode. So there you go. But what I really want it for is I want a pond. A very long time ago, maybe a year and a half. Go, George. I did a video that showed that this spring just appeared, and I was going to use it for a pond, but unfortunately after like 2 months it just stopped. I think they shift underground, but let me show you where that was. The water was just coming out of the ground right here by these sticks. I just can't believe that water's just running and running, coming out of the ground. Cool. Like right here, and then it was going into this tube that the previous owner, the water was coming out of the ground here, and then I had it going in this tube. The previous owner had a pond here, and he said it just stopped one day. Well, I know why. Same thing happened to me. Now I have water, so I don't have to worry about it. George likes it too. I think I'll go get a tub and see how much water, how long it takes. That's probably a 35-gallon tank. So we'll just see how that does. It looks like it's working great. This is pretty cool. Yay! I'm gonna have now that I made my initial investment of this solar water pump, it's like having unlimited free water. That is pretty awesome. It'll take a while to get used to not having to turn the water off when I'm done. It's the first time I ever had free water. I like it. So I got a 1-gallon can, and it filled it up in less than 30 seconds. 29.5 seconds. So 2 gallons a minute. That's awesome. I'm gonna have me a pond. I won't need a liner or anything. Let it soak in, it won't matter. Now I just gotta figure out where I wanna start digging the hole. I think it's gonna be fun. Another project. Solar pump works great. 2 gallons a minute. Woo! Oh, here it goes, over the edge. Boom. That's just great. Hey, this little thing would make a boat for a little kid. That totally brings back memories. When I was like 12, the neighborhood kids and me, or me and the neighborhood kids, friends, we would go to this construction site and take a metal concrete mixer pan, which was probably 55-gallon, low and wide, maybe 4 foot by, I don't know, 2.5 feet, and maybe 12 inches high. And we would put it in the creek right next to the construction site and sail it for probably a mile or two until we got to the very end of the other end of the creek where we didn't want to go any farther, and then we'd leave it. And then every Monday morning they would go there and get it and bring it back. That went on for years. That was fun. Some of you remember that. Jack, you remember that. Sometimes we'd put like 3 of us in there. It was crazy. Wow. Free solar powered water. I got free water coming out of the river. Woo! Much as I want, unlimited. That's going to be my pond. Well, this will be fun. Appreciate y'all coming along. Catch you on the next one.